Guys, I did brown bag exam. I think that this is a really great exam that we can use for elementary, middle, and high school. There is a little bit of tweaking that has to be done to go across all three, but I really think that it could be done. About brown bag exams. A brown bag exam uses objects and images to help students activate prior knowledge and creates a framework for students to express their understanding. Students work individually and in collaboration to create concrete connections between the reading and surprise brown bag items. Unlike traditional assessments, the brown bag exam is a joyful experience, an exam filled with conversation, idea exchange, laughter, and learning. When to use brown bag exams. Brown bag exams are useful with historical fiction. They are also useful in making connections with reading passages and novels. One of the aspects of historical fiction that makes it especially suitable for the brown bag exam is the immediate connection that brown bag exam items have to the people, places, and events. The brown bag exam allows for both time and conversation, which are two elements necessary for thinking but often completely absent in traditional assessments. A typical brown bag exam follows 5 steps. First, students open their bags, taking a few seconds to look over the item or items, and then brainstorm a list of connections they see among their brown bag item and the reading. Next, students form into groups of 3s so that they can present their brown bag surprise to their peers. They can share initial insights and add the thoughts of the 2 new readers. Oftentimes you'll hear, "Oh, and what about this?" or "Yes, yes, I thought that too." As a teacher, you can use this time to eavesdrop on brown bag conversations. This will provide insights and ideas that are not learned from a traditional test, essay, or even a whole class discussion. Once the students have brainstormed by themselves and discussed ideas with peers, we move on to the 4th stage of the exam, the passages. The students find at least 2 passages from the novel that connect the items. As a teacher, the passage portion of the brown bag exam highlights the collaborative nature of both reading and learning. The final step of the activity asks students to single out one certain aspect of the entire brown bag exam and describe that aspect's impact on the personal learning. Once students have had a few minutes to complete the final step, they share these individual perspectives with the entire class. This is an example of a brown bag exam items for under a worn-torn sky. Brown bag exams are mainly used in middle school and high school English classrooms. I really like this way of an assessment, and I think it could be downsized a little for a higher level elementary grade. This is a worksheet that can help guide students through the brown bag exam. This is an example of a student's work for the giver. The item in the bag was an apple, and this shows the first 2 steps of the brown bag exam. And this is just an example of the last 3 steps of the brown bag exam. Just a little bit more about Dr. Ansley Exum. She is an assistant professor at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, where she teaches graduate and undergraduate courses in secondary teacher education. She is a former high school English teacher. She specializes in interdisciplinary teaching methods, alternative assessment, young adult literature, and collaboration. Dr. Ansley Exum's work has been published in the English Journal, Focus on Middle School, Teaching Exceptional Children Plus, and Teaching and Teacher Education.